Alright, what's going on, guys? Jezzi here with One of One Traders, and this is my trade review for the day. I took these calls, as you can see. Now let me get into this part. So as you can see, this was all sent out live. 516 calls, QQQ, stop zone 514, first trim 15.40. As you can see, sent that John out live. As the trade goes, sending out live updates, up 22%, up 51%, trimming as soon as it crosses that first trim. As soon as I take that first trim, I trail my stops, as you can see, up 51%, up 56%, up 90%, trimming again, up 106%. Took that final trim at 106% and then left 5 runners. As you can see, this was kind of like the final outcome of the trade, and this is the profit. Obviously, those contracts went from one out of the money to one in the money, I think, or two in the money. Either or, it doesn't matter. They went in the money from out of the money. Gonna set final stop 215.40. As you can see, 515.40 broke that and position closed. So that was the trade. It really did not take that long. It was about a 14-minute trade. I could go on my Thinkorswim and find like the exact time, but no biggie. All right, now let's get into the trade. Before I do get into the trade, I drew this out. Whoa, I drew this out. Let me know if you can find the confluences. You can't? Okay, I'll help you out. So, let's get into it. As you can see, big sell off throughout the day or early on in the morning. I was not trading early on in this time. I like to take my trades afternoon because premiums are high and there usually is a really nice move after lunchtime, which is typically around like 11:45 to 12:45, 1 o'clock. As you can see, I took this trade at 1 p.m. Premiums aren't as high in the as they are in the morning because the theta is a little bit stronger. So you do have to anticipate a move for your contracts to, make you money. If they don't move, then theta will start eating them alive. So trading in the afternoon can be a little bit more risky, but if you know what you're doing, then you're good. And I have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing. So let's get into the, general idea. As you can see on the 5 minute, we have a big double bottom here, broke back above this initial retest high, scale up to time frame, again, double bottom on the 15. On that break of the retest high, we have a decreasing retest sell volume. As you can see on the retest, when it broke that high, there was a decreasing sell volume. So that's basically telling me buyers are now stepping in hard, sellers are thinning out. Now I'm scaling. Now I'm looking for my entry because I didn't, get this entry here that I wanted. I kind of hopped on the charts around here-ish, but it's okay. So as you can see, boom, I'll like kind of draw it out for you because it definitely helps people visualize it more. We have a break. So this is that first high that it broke. Retested on decreasing sell volume and then re-broke back above that high. Now I'm waiting for a retest of this level here. As we can see, retests, boom, here. Again, weak sell volume on this retest and an easy re-break back above that high. Now I'm anticipating a break. Now I'm anticipating a retest and then a re-break, and that is when I will take my entry. As you can see, re-breaks back above, retest on decreasing sell volume. Look, you can see. Oh, okay. So look, we have the initial break, the retest, the re-break, the retest, and then another break of that high on decreasing. Look, we have this retest on decreasing sell volume, and then a re-break above that high, and that is where I will take my entry. And as you can see, that is where I took my entry. And as you can see, that is where I sent out the trade. Boom. On that re-break of that high. So now that we're in this position, now we have to manage it correctly. I'm setting my stop zone to this area because this is where that initial resistance was and this is where that initial support was. So we have this level, this level holding it up. This is that level that I do not want it to break if it were to trend back down to the downside, and that would be my stop zone. But in the case, that did not happen. So as you can see, pushes up, pushes up, pushes up. Why did I set this level here, 515.40 as my trim? Because on that initial drop, and then now that it's below this trading range here and above this trading range here, this is that next level of resistance slash support that I'm looking for it to, react to, and it did. Because as soon as it broke it, I took my trim and it rejected right back down. But, the buyers were strong, so it continued going up. So as soon as I hit this level here, I'm trailing my stop to above break even. So you can see, look, up 22%, up 51%, breaks through this zone here. As you can see, stop trailed to 514.88. So I set my stop to this initial resistance high, where it first caught that resistance when it broke back above this previous resistance. Set my stop there, continuing, and then I'll trim some the position. As you can see, 15 contracts left, up 56%, trail now again, trimming again, trailing stop to 515. So just, as I'm taking these trims, just bringing the stop a little bit higher, maximizing my profit while minimizing my loss, even though if I were to get stopped out here, I would not lose because my stop loss is in profit. Again, broke back above here, up 106%, took my final trim, trailed my stop to, gonna set final trailer stop to 515.40, which is my first trim, so that's significantly in profit. So even if it were to hit back down here, I would not lose on this position. Learning how to enter is super important. Learning how to manage your position is super important. Learning how to wait and be patient, all super important. But yeah, that was the trade for the day. Smooth 100% in 15 minutes. Sent out live as well. Managed live. And yeah, that will conclude the video for the day. Short and simple. If you learned anything new, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate you for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day.